Good evening, viewers, and welcome to Yakubu Bauchi TV News of the Hour. I am Dalami Babantako. Our top stories this evening: the NUJ Bauchi State Council condemns the alleged assault and intimidation of journalists at Yankari Game Reserve and demands an immediate investigation. The APC announces the reopening of its registration exercise. The APC announces the reopening of its electronic membership registration exercise nationwide ahead of the 2027 general elections. And the European Union and United Nations Development Organization strengthen capacity for small hydropower development with the Balanga Dam project in Gombe as a top priority. I am Bala Mohammed. Sorry, Babantako, now the details. The Nigerian Union of Journalists and NUJ Bauchi State Council has condemned the alleged assault, intimidation, and threats against journalists covering an official engagement at the Yankari Game Reserve. The incident reportedly occurred during the commissioning of a 500 kVA solar power station at the reserve. The NUJ says a Department of State Services officer attached to a visiting delegation of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Physical Commission was allegedly involved in the incident. In a statement signed by the NUJ Bauchi State Chairman, Comrade Umar Saidu, and Secretary Isa Garba Gadau, the Council expressed particular concern over the alleged assault of Bashir Adamu of the Bauchi Radio Corporation. According to the NUJ, the journalist was allegedly slapped 3 times while carrying out his professional duties, despite identifying himself as a member of the Bauchi State Government House press crew. The council said the journalist involved did not retaliate or engage in physical confrontation, but instead reported the matter to the leadership. The NUJ acknowledged the responsibility of security agencies to protect public officials and maintain order. However, it stated such responsibilities must be carried out within the law and will respect the rights and dignity of accredited journalists. The Council is demanding an immediate and thorough investigation into the incident and the identification of the DSS officer allegedly involved. It also called for appropriate disciplinary and legal action of the officer if he is found culpable. The NUJ further warned the DSS and other security agencies to provide assurances that journalists covering official engagements in Bauchi State will be protected from harassment, intimidation, and unlawful interference. It also urged organizers of official events to properly brief security personnel on the role and rights of accredited journalists. The Council views the safety of journalists as non-negotiable and will not remain silent whenever its members are subjected to assault or intimidation in the course of their legitimate professional duties. The Bauchi State NUJ Council has meanwhile urged journalists to remain professional, law-abiding, and committed to responsible journalism. The Council also called on security agencies to uphold professionalism and respect for press freedom as a fundamental pillar of democracy and accountable governance. The All Progressive Congress APC has announced the reopening of its electronic membership registration exercise nationwide from August 31st, 2026. The exercise comes as political parties begin preparations ahead of the 2027 general elections. The APC says the exercise will take place across wards nationwide. Existing members are expected to validate their membership details, while new and intending members will also be able to register. In a statement issued in Abuja, the APC National Publicity Secretary Felix Morka called on party stakeholders, supporters, and members to participate in the exercise. The party says the electronic registration is aimed at digitalizing its membership register improving the integrity of membership records, and providing more efficient access to membership data. According to the APC, the exercise is also intended to support internal democracy and strengthen the party's use of digital technology. The e-registration exercise is designed to digitize the party's membership register, ensure the integrity of membership records, enhance efficient access to membership data for planning and management decisions, promote internal democracy, and strengthen the party's commitment to democratic innovation in Nigeria. The party says anyone registering must be at least 18 years old and possess a valid national identification number, NIN. The reopening of the exercise comes as political activities intensify ahead of the 2027 general elections, with parties expected to strengthen their structures and expand their membership bases across the country. The APC's electronic membership registration exercise begins nationwide on August 31st. The European Union and the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, are supporting efforts to strengthen Nigeria's capacity to develop and implement small hydropower or SHP projects. A capacity building workshop on small hydropower development was held in Gombe State, with the 620 kilowatt Balanga Dam small hydropower project used as a case study. The workshop brought together stakeholders from the public and private sectors in the renewable energy industry. It focused on raising awareness about the potential of small hydropower to provide reliable electricity, support rural development, and drive agro-industrial activities. Speaking in Gombe, UNIDO representative and sub-regional director Ambassador Philfort Johnson highlighted Nigeria's huge renewable energy potential, including hydropower, solar, wind, and biomass. He says small hydropower has significant potential to increase electricity access while helping Nigeria respond to climate change. According to him, government estimates put Nigeria's total hydropower potential at about 24,000 megawatts, with small hydropower accounting for approximately 3,500 megawatts. Among these renewable energy sources, SHP holds a great potential towards providing access to electricity and addressing climate change. Johnson said the project is being implemented by United Nations Development Organization in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Power, the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, the Rural Electrification Agency, and relevant state governments. He said the workshop was designed to equip policymakers, project developers, and financial institutions with knowledge about the viability of small hydropower projects. The choice of Gombe, he added, was intended to demonstrate how clean energy technologies can support economic development. The Balanga Dam project, according to UNIDO, offers an opportunity to examine how water resources can be harnessed to generate electricity, support livelihoods, and strengthen energy security. In his remarks, Gombe State Deputy Governor Dr. Manasseh Daniel Jatau thanks the European Union, United Nations Development Organization, the Global Environment Facility, and the Rural Electrification Agency for their contributions to the project. He described the Balanga Dam project as strategic to the state. Beyond generating clean electricity, it supports irrigation, water supply, flood control, and livelihoods for our people, he said. The Deputy Governor reaffirmed the commitment of the Gombe State government to the successful completion of the project. He said the state will provide an enabling environment for the speedy completion of the Balanga Small Hydropower Project and the agro-processing cluster expected to serve as the primary off-taker of the electricity generated. The state government also plans to integrate small hydropower development into its rural electrification and irrigation master plan. Dr. Jatau further stressed the importance of community ownership, saying local communities must be involved in protecting and sustaining the project. With Nigeria facing persistent challenges in electricity supply, stakeholders say projects such as the Balanga Dam Small Hydropower Project could play an important role in expanding access to clean energy while supporting agriculture, industry, and rural economic development. And now, a recap of the news. The Bauchi State Council of MEJ condemns the alleged assault of a journalist at Yankari Game Reserve and demands an immediate investigation into the incident. The APC says its electronic membership registration exercise will reopen nationwide on August 31st ahead of the 2027 general elections. And finally, the EU and UNIDO are supporting capacity building for small hydropower development in Nigeria, with Gombe's Balanga Dam project serving as a major case study. This is the news of the hour on Yakubu Bauchi TV. Thank you for watching. I am Dalami Babantako. Stay with Yakubu Bauchi TV for more news, interviews, live programs, and updates. Good evening.